yourself in a vulnerable and new situation and being open to meeting new people and experiencing new things.
It's like a big holiday. I suppose just finding out about yourself, getting yourself in difficult situations and getting out of them again.
Backpacking to me is, it's basically avoiding the whole tourist pitfalls and kind of just living with only a backpack and, you know, kind of knowing that all you need is in one bag and just kind of forgetting all the material things that you really need back home.
January 18, 2006. Departure for 104 days of adventure at the other side of the world. Long hours in planes and airports turn our excitement into fatigue. We go over countries we have never set foot on and see through the window the wonderful Himalayas. The trip will be full of surprises. No time to rest, we arrive in Bangkok in its massive traffic jams. The noise, the smells, and even the showers, everything makes us feel far away from home. It is in Bangkok, city of 6 million inhabitants, that we live our first experience in Asia. The air pollution, noisy cars, tuk-tuks, Buddhist rituals on street corners, and daily prayers give us a taste of this hectic city. As much as 94% of Thailand's population is Buddhist of the Theravada school, and it can be easily seen in Thai's daily rituals. We visit one of Bangkok's oldest and largest temples, Wat Po, and its huge Buddha. Our feet guide us in the backpacker's ghetto, Khao San Road, where it is possible to shop and bargain for different items.
On se prépare à faire notre shopping, ça s'annonce vraiment pas cher parce qu'ils sont prêts à bargainer pour n'importe quoi. Puis il y a vraiment des belles affaires, sérieux. Ça va être difficile de faire notre choix.
We're going to Koh Samui. Thailand has over 100 islands. We stopped our route at Koh Samui and Koh Phi Phi. Phi Phi Lay has a breathtaking backdrop. Crystal turquoise water and white sand beaches. It's paradise on earth. Many backpackers end up on this island to enjoy life and meet other travelers to share their own experience.
Yeah, as a backpacker, you're just meeting other travelers, getting tips, you know, places to go. It's just a different experience altogether.
Traveling for me is to discover who I am and feel free. It is not to escape reality, but living it by meeting people I could have never met in any other way. Meeting other backpackers can quench your thirst for more adventure, and for Thai beer. It is on the beach that everyone can enjoy at night the numerous fire shows, the famous full moon parties, or the different bars of the island.
Another 9-hour flight takes us to Australia, a country of 20 million inhabitants and 40 million kangaroos. Sydney, entrance door to international backpackers, is the biggest city of Australia. Well known for its Opera House and Harbour Bridge, Sydney has similarities with London and Vancouver. Its Victorian-style architecture mixes perfectly with the modern skyscraper. Australia is the country for every backpacking's beginners. Many travel agencies specialize in group tours at a small cost and also offer internet access.
It's a very big industry. I didn't realize it was such a big industry before I came here.
The well-developed tourist industry makes movement across Australia easier. It is therefore a night bus that takes us to Melbourne, city from which most guided tours leave to explore the country's diverse natural and animal attractions.
On a fini notre tour hier, il était 1h du matin, puis on a dû se lever à 6h pour celui-ci. Donc on a dormi un peu dans l'autobus, mais on est prêt pour une autre belle journée.
It is with a group of 15 people that we discover one of the world's nicest roads, which includes the famous 12 Apostles, the Great Ocean Road.
Les auberges de jeunesse, c'est un trésor, je trouve. T'arrives là, tout le monde devient ami, c'est comme si toutes tes barrières d'amitié ou de préjugés ou de whatever, tout tombe. Parce que tout ce que tu veux, c'est parler à des gens. Puis tu parles à des gens, t'arrives, tu t'assois avec n'importe qui, puis ça devient tes amis immédiatement. Ça prend 2 minutes, puis ça devient tes amis.
Backpacking will not be the same without youth hostels. With rooms from 1 to 20 beds, it's the place where one can sleep and eat at a very small price. Most hostels have common kitchens where everyone shares pots, plates, and travel stories. But we also have to share washing machines.
Alors, une des joies du backpacking, c'est de faire son lavage dans des machines qui fonctionnent très mal. Donc, on a dû relaver notre linge à la main, du moins la moitié, parce qu'il reste encore du savon dessus. Et là, bien, c'est pas sec. Il est presque 11 h le soir et notre linge est partout dans la chambre, en train d'essayer de le faire sécher.
One of the joys of backpacking is undoing and redoing your backpack, but it is also the unexpected. Out of the blue, we buy online plane tickets to New Zealand. New Zealand, home of 40 million sheep and of breathtaking sceneries, is a perfect place to travel backpacking style. Divided in 2 islands, the country can easily be seen in a month by car or by bus, especially with the flexi bus passes or hop-on hop-off available to backpackers. New Zealand is a country of rare beauty, of a diversified fauna, of numerous hiking trails in the national parks, and of marvelous sunsets. Back to Australia, ready for more adventure.
Moving on to the Red Center. First up, the oval capital of the world, Coober Pedy. The extremes in temperature forced 80% of its inhabitants to live underground. To live the experience, we stayed in a very dusty underground bunkhouse. Our adventure takes us to the most isolated point of Australia, the outback. Even if we are in the middle of nowhere, let's not forget to call home.
1 to 10 day tours can take you through the famous Red Center of Australia. These tours, passing by Kings Canyon, Katajuta, and Uluru, can give you a taste of the real Australia and its Aboriginal culture. Uluru is the main attraction that draws thousands of tourists per year to watch its changing colors. To have a closer look at the rock, it is possible to walk around its 10-kilometer space, or to hike its steep 350-meter high slope, from which it is possible to admire the whole beauty of the Australian outback.
and I want them to know that their fellow Australians are with them.
Roads were cut by floods and fallen trees. No way in until this afternoon.
Traveling also means following nature's mood swings. Cyclone Larry hits our road in the middle of the Simpson Desert and causes intense sandstorms. It did not, however, prevent us from taking one last lunch with 1,000 flies of the outback.
With its coast of 20,000 kilometers long, Australia has over 10,000 marvelous beaches to offer, with a few of them tourist-free. Australia can also count on its diversified marine life as one of its charms. With the Great Barrier Reef, tropical fish, jellyfish and sharks swim all together for the great pleasure of scuba divers.
A very economical way of traveling around Australia is by looking at the ads on billboards and youth hostels. Many travelers are looking for companions or want to sell their car at very low prices. We decided to rent a wicked camper van to visit the far north Queensland. We lived every backpacker's dream with our amazing van.
On vient d'aller faire notre superbe épicerie et voici la marque qu'on achète, Home Brand. Moins cher, 90% de notre épicerie vient de cette marque-là. On va tout mettre ça là. On fait notre marché. Thank you! Alright. La meilleure place pour faire des deals quand les backpackers n'ont pas beaucoup d'argent, c'est de venir au marché et d'acheter des tonnes de fruits. 1 kilo de bananes pour $1. On va manger des bananes.
Our trip continues down the east coast. It is in Airlie Beach that we meet again Anne-Marie met 3 months earlier in Sydney. She now has a job on a sailing boat in the wonderful Whitsundays and is not thinking of coming back home anytime soon.
Au début, tu pars avec un plan qui dure à peu près 3 mois. Tu dis, OK, je vais aller faire ça. Si tu l'as pas écrit et si tu n'as pas déjà tes billets d'avion, ton plan, tu peux pitcher par la fenêtre parce qu'il n'y a aucun plan tu peux faire.
On est rendu sur Fraser Island, dans notre super pick-up. On est prêt à aller explorer l'île.
9 international backpackers and 4x4 for a 3-day adventure on 120 kilometers long Sand Island, it is an offer hard to turn down. Part of the National Park World Heritage, we can find on Fraser Island tropical forests, sand dunes and lakes. The perfect place to camp and enjoy the best of Mother Nature. Going down the east coast, we visit Brisbane, the 3rd largest city of Australia.
The joys of backpacking.
I just want to sleep. Oh, it's hard. Just to get a few hours of sleep is actually hard.
It is hard to sleep sometimes, but when you reach a place as wonderful as Byron Bay, you forget all of your worries. Every backpacker's path ends up in Byron Bay. With its wonderful beaches, its intense waves, and its very relaxed daily life, Byron Bay is a paradise on earth for surfers and for every traveler who wants to get the feel of the real Australian lifestyle. Surfing classes are offered for all surfing levels. I got to surfing myself and showed everyone my natural ability to ride the waves. Byron Bay is the perfect place to stop and enjoy life while looking at the sunset. Byron was home to hippies and kept all its simplicity and joie de vivre from back then, making it a perfect place to be in Australia.
It is in Sydney that our adventure ends. We have time for one last picture of this beautiful city before our long return trip home. It is with our hearts full of emotions, but our heads full of souvenirs that we leave the other side of the world. After 25 hours of plane, we come back to our families and friends to Montreal, but the next adventure is not so far in our heads.
En ce moment, ce que je veux faire, c'est voyager. C'est ça que j'aime. C'est ça qui me passionne, c'est de rencontrer les gens, de jaser avec eux, de voir comment ça se passe chez eux, de voir comment, dans le fond, on partage une passion commune, puis c'est le voyage.
Traveling is being free. It is taking time for yourself and learning about all your strengths and faults. It is pushing your limits to a point you would have never thought possible.
Traveling is not escaping from reality. It reflects a positive attitude on one's behavior to explore, discover, and seize the moment. A disconnection, yet a spiritual connection to life.
Traveling is also souvenirs. Most of them are in our heads, but others are in pictures. It is by looking at them that the obstacles in everyday life can be overcome, but it's also in them that we get our motivation for our next adventure.
He's a backpacker. Backpacking's sexy.
Chicks dig you. If you go backpacking, you'll score women.